Hi, I'm Julie Drake. I'm an entrepreneur. Why is that important? Well, here's the story. I had great success. I hired great coaches. I was taught all the right things to do. I could set my mind right. I could set a goal. I could go out and achieve it. But somewhere along the way, I got stuck. And those things weren't working for me anymore. I couldn't figure out how to get unstuck with the tools that I had at the time. But fortunately for me, a friend reached out. She was going through a certification process on a healing modality called the emotion code and asked if I could help. So I said, sure, I'll help you with that. And I'm super thankful that I did because that was the answer for me. So, what is the emotion code? And what is the body code, which is the advanced training, the advanced healing? Dr. Bradley Nelson is a chiropractor who developed this process. In his practice, he was seeing patients, and physically, they should not have had pain anymore. He had fixed their misalignments, but yet that pain still was present. So he went on a mission to figure out why, what was going on with those patients. And here's what he found, that everything in life is energy. And we process emotions all the time, but sometimes those emotions don't process correctly and they get stuck. And they can become either little balls of trapped energy or radiating negative energy in our bodies that can cause pain, emotional imbalances, or triggers. If you feel like you are easily triggered by something that somebody says and you don't understand why, it could be from those trapped emotions. Or it could cause mental blocks, which was what was happening with me. There are two parts of the brain. There's the conscious side, which allows you to make those decisions. What do you want for dinner? Do you want to turn right or left? But the unconscious brain does most of the work. It's like that supercomputer in our brain, and it can either work great for us or against us. And believe me, when it's working against us, it doesn't know it because its primary job is to protect us, to keep us alive. However, sometimes because of all those experiences, everything that it knows from the beginning of our time, some of those things can work against you. So what does that all mean? And how do we get from point A to point B? Using a kinesiology method called muscle testing, we're able to tap into that unconscious mind knowledge and get those answers. What trapped emotions are at play in that person? What is it causing? And then we release it. It's amazing. Now let's talk about those three things. I talked about pain. Now, I don't replace a doctor, so don't get me wrong. I'm not an MD. There is a place for an MD in your life. However, if you've been to the MD, you still have the pain and they can't figure out why, perhaps I can help. If you have those mental blocks, you have self-doubt, you have confusion, you have triggers, then perhaps it's those trapped emotions that are at play. These can also affect relationships. If you're struggling in your relationship, a love relationship, a family relationship, or even a work relationship, you want harmony in that relationship. But again, those triggers are coming into play. Trapped emotions could be at play. But the good news is you don't have to stay there. Right now, you could literally be walking around with an invisible shirt that says, reject me, or I'm not worthy. And you may not know it's there, but other people, you've heard this, you give off an energy and you're getting what you give off. That's what we're talking about here. But again, you don't have to wear that shirt forever. You can change the script. So one thing I like to tell people, because I'm a type A, let's just get to it, personality. And if you're the type of person that wants to solve problems but doesn't want a lot of talk, then this is right for you. We don't have to talk about what happened. We don't have to dredge up the past in order for you to get a benefit of this work. A couple ways I've helped people. I helped a coach. She came to me because she was in a similar situation I was. She was going along great in her business, and then all of a sudden she got stuck. New clients weren't coming her way anymore. She was turning things up and not getting the results she was looking for. We worked on her money blocks, and within weeks of our last session, she retained several new clients. I worked with a friend of mine who had vertigo so bad after surgery, she was having a hard time functioning at her job. During our session, the spinning went away and has not come back. I worked with a man who had chronic back pain, and it was hard for him to do his job. He had to stand up a lot during the day. And after our last session, he reached back out to me and said the pain was dissipating, and he was able to identify he did share this with me. He was able to identify that it came from bullying as a kid. He looked at the timeline of some of the things that I showed him, and that's where that all came from. And he carried that into his adulthood. Now, this might sound a little woo-woo and strange, and I totally get it because I was there too. But I'll equate it like this: regardless of what religion you practice, it's like praying for somebody in Illinois and they receive benefit and healing anywhere they are across the world. It's really a leap of faith. So where does that leave you? If you like what you hear, or if you're struggling in any way and are just curious, schedule a consultation with me. We'll talk about what this could look like for you. And that's about the only time I ask you to really talk to me, because I need to know what's going on a little bit. I need to know what your goals and dreams are. How do you feel stuck? Or in that relationship, what's going on? Are you feeling triggered? Just give me some background, and that's all I need to go to work. And did I mention that the consultation is free? So again, what do you have to lose? If you go to my website, www.julie-drake.com, and click book now, or any one of the banners that say schedule a free consultation, book an appointment with me. We'll talk about those blocks. We'll talk about the imbalances that you feel. You might feel the resistance. And then I'll give you a taste of this work. And if you decide to move forward with me, fantastic. I look forward to working with you. And if you decide it's not right for you, that's okay too. Either way, I will enjoy our meeting together. Until then, I wish you the best. Bye.